With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Hey, middle. Go. Hey, Ozzy, shut up. Alrighty. Finish up.
Right to the air is Jackson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Finding room at midfield. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lines.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down, it's Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Herbert off of play action. They'll run, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Odafe Oweh showed off the pass rush skills. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And some room to run now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. First down, and they go back to Harris. Powers through it. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown from 4 yards out.
And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out.
It's caught at the 10. A big play that time through the air. And even 50 yards. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Jackson. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Jackson will throw again. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball down
I'm on the Cavs in this
and hopefully
game.
reap the same results.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, this is Harris. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead will shrink to 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
125 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Harris going to get it again on second down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17.
Hey, middle.
To throw is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Taylor.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
4th down, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Again, Jackson steps away to his left, and it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Boy, that's
what you want, Cody?
That can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this
Oh,
stage.
my God.
Could be in for a long ball game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be
He did not just drop
after
it.
the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Ravens Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert, he'll buy some time right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 46 yards. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you, and that time they were on guard. Incomplete.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Finding room at midfield. Still going. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Jackson now.
Oh my God.
The crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. I believe they close down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people that can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled, I can tell you that.
Maybe. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep touchdown.
A big play there in the final seconds of the first half as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. When no one was
was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. On the move past the 40. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and they certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said.
Come on, man.
Can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stephens. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. 19 yards that time for number 19.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And he gets it down to the 32. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop, too, and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action. 2nd and 10. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, a 16-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Some boost.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. On Herbert, his third interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
This time Jackson will throw it. That's caught at the 2. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. But to be blunt, not a
Joe, you ready?
has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third
Joey.
quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a
Joey.
comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
You got your mic muted.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Well, 217 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now here's another carry for Harris. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. An option handoff given to Harris. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
You on the K or what?
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Completes it to Austin.
You ain't heard me saying something the whole time over here.
Inside the 10 to the 9. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. To to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's
shots at the switch with his bag. He's made him up.
You keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris with career touchdown number 70. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point put by Boswell. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Man, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Yeah, bro. Man, listen, bro. That's what I be saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's why niggas that we play with that don't icon pass.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drops. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You said what?
It looks like a loss of right around 11.
Bro, I told you, bro. The niggas we play with don't be iconing, bro. They always claim they do, bro, but they don't.
It's 2nd and 21. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
2 left.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Nah, 2.
And he'll be brought down.
No, I'm about to join it right now. I'm about to concede.
First down marker.
This game's over. Nah, you know, man, you know Perk run all this glitchy shit, man.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
I'm about to start freeforming, bro. Real rap. Because ever since I learned the freeform, niggas been throwing crazy picks.
And now the kick is away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much.
Nah, just, bro, in general, bro. Like, I've been freeforming and throwing crazy picks and shit, man.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And, boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. The option to give to Taylor here. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll go option on second down, right side. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson going to hold on to it again.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time...
Just had to make the score look respectable.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to second and 4. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now whistles and a...
All right, send the red invite again, Joy.
Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10, Taylor now.
Yep.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and the lead will hold.
Joining now.